Let's talk about assignment number 4 from the light unit called 360 degrees. These are the directions that you will find in the unit for assignment number 4. So let's talk about them, and then I'll discuss a little bit about some leniencies I will allow you. Okay, for this assignment, you will pick out a spot in a place like a park, the downtown square, or somewhere similar, and make a 360-degree picture of what is all around you. Of course, you'll have to make a number of exposures. What that means when they say to make an exposure, that just means to take a picture. You'll make the first exposure, then turn a little, and make another exposure, then turn a little bit more, etc. Keep doing this until you have turned around completely, looking back in the direction you started. All of your images will be taken using natural light. What natural light means is that you must do this assignment outside. After taking your photographs, load them into your computer and look at all the images you took. The next step will be to edit your images, as you guys know. Here, editing means going through your images, selecting the ones you want to submit. Select 3 of your photos. One should be an image showing front lighting, another should be an image showing side lighting, and the third should show back lighting. Obviously, you will need to take your photographs in mid-morning or after mid-afternoon. After you have selected your images, zip them into a single file and upload them to your instructor. Now, as far as the mid-morning and mid-afternoon, really what that means is that you need to take these pictures when the sun is low in the sky. Okay, so within an hour or 2 or 3, maybe even after the sun comes up, or shortly before the sun goes down. And I'll explain to you a little bit more about that, why that is important. Now, this is a difficult assignment because it's hard to find a spot where you can turn 360 degrees and have subjects all the way around you. Now, the reason that you need subjects, you need a subject, and obviously it's going to be different subjects if you're turning in a circle, but you need to have a subject for the light to be able to hit it and for it to be able to cast a shadow. Otherwise, you won't be able to tell where the light is coming from. Now, because this is so difficult to just stand in one place and get all these pictures, what I allow in this assignment is for you to get those lightings any way you need to. So what I'm telling you is you certainly can try to stand in one place, turning around in a circle, but even I did not do that. I want you to be able to get the best pictures that you can. I don't want it to be tricky for you. I just want to understand, or I want to know that you understand the 3 different lightings. Okay? So in order to do this and have lots of different subjects to choose from, I went to a cemetery near my house. Now, really, this is not supposed to have any message to you. I'm not trying to be morbid at all, but it just has, obviously, lots of subjects. Okay? I did this around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The light was absolutely perfect. And as you can see, it's very obvious where the light hits and where the shadows are cast. So in front lighting, these are different ones that I got for front lighting. The lights are hitting the front of the headstone and casting the shadows backward. That's how we know that it's front lighting. Side lighting, obviously, the light is hitting the side of the subject, also casting the shadows to the side. Okay, you will have horizontal shadows when you are capturing side lighting. And then, of course, backlighting is when the light is hitting the back of the subject. That does not mean the light is behind us on our backs or in back of us. That means that the light is hitting the back of the subject. And therefore, the shadows will be cast toward us. Okay? These are the 3 that I chose. As I have said in the past, it's nice to have a variety between the photos. Always keeping composition in mind. It's also nice to have a variety in the orientation. As you can see, I always try to have two portrait in one landscape or two landscapes in one portrait. That just means the orientation of the photo, either wider than it is tall or taller than it is wide. All right. Here are some student examples. This person actually chose just one subject and then moved around the subject. Okay, up on the upper left, we have backlighting, where the sun is behind the tree and the shadow is cast forward toward us. On the right is front lighting. We can't see the cast shadow, but we can see that the front of the tree is lit up. And then the lower left-hand side, we can see the light hitting the side of the tree. And we can't see that tree's shadow, but we do see a horizontal shadow cast in front of it. Here we see a student who actually did find a good place to do the true 360-degree assignment, where the student really just stood in one place and turned around in a circle. So up top left, we have backlighting. The light is behind the play structure with the shadows being cast toward us. On the right-hand side is front lighting, where the front of the play structure is being lit up and the shadows are being cast backward away from the viewer, away from us. And lower left-hand side again is side lighting. It's hard to see that the side of the play structure is being lit up, but you can see that it's side lighting because of the horizontal shadows that are being cast to the side. Okay, things to remember for assignment number 4, which is 360 degrees. First, time of day. You either need early morning or late afternoon when the sun has a definite direction. Now think about it. If it's noon and the sun is directly above you, you will not be able to get any of those 3 lightings because the light would be coming directly, shining directly down on top of the subject, which is not what we're going for. Weather. The sun needs to be bright and be casting dark shadows so we can again see the direction of the light. It cannot be overcast. So if you need to wait for the right moment, that is okay. Please label your photos back.jpg, front.jpg, and side.jpg. The lighting should be obvious to me when I grade them, but sometimes they are not, so I'd like to just be sure, and if they are labeled, then I'll know for sure, okay? Always keep composition in mind. As I've told you in the past, that is the key to successful photographs. So not only would I like you to show the 3 different lightings, I always want you to think about your composition. Where is everything in your photo? And lastly, the main idea here is to capture all 3 lightings. I don't care how you do it. Preferably, I would like for you it to be all in the same environment, just like I was all in one place, because you want to stick to a theme. Although you do want variety, as I've talked about, you want to stick to one theme, okay? There has to be some kind of consistency between the 3 photos, so it still looks like they are supposed to go together, like they're part of a series, okay? As always, you can check out the rubric ahead of time that is also in the unit, and you may also K-mail me with any questions. Thanks. I look forward to seeing your pictures.